Smack talking. Where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom.
Welcome to another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm your boy Pinky, and Ronstradamus is in the house. What's going on, my man?
What's happening, partner? What's going on, man?
Ooh, buddy, a lot going on. We got a lot to do, and we're gonna get right to it, buddy. I cannot thank you enough for coming with me to Smackdown, buddy. What a blast! What a absolute blast. I started trying to think if was that as good as the Raw we saw last year. I think it was.
It was totally.
I think it was.
We got super duper lucky because before when we went to check us out. That's right.
One of the best pictures we got, buddy. One of the best pictures we got.
We just need to put a talk in there, smack talk in, and it will be ready. That was perfect. You know, I've been to a lot of wrestling events. I've probably been to, let's say, 50 in my life, and that was one of the most special times because we had a group of people that were all in. Like everybody was there for it, and I thought that was pretty awesome. And we had incredible seats. We were sitting fourth row, and that was absolutely outstanding to just be that close.
Man. I didn't realize Harmony was such a shit talker. She was just talking and trolling everybody. So, man.
Harmony's my girl. I love messing with her and everything like that. And she's easy to mess with because she's little. So when she gets a little bit older, she's not going to be somebody to play around with because she'll be like, show you.
And so we got super lucky because this was we got Smackdown Part 1 and then Smackdown Part 2 because they're not taping a show this Friday because of Thanksgiving. They're giving everybody, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off, which is nice because Survivor Series is Saturday. We got double the amount of action on Friday night, and it was so good, buddy. So I did pull a couple pictures that I got and just get your thoughts on a couple things as we go through. We'll make it quick because I know we got to get down to Survivor Series and get everybody ready. But I tell you, man, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, those guys are fun, man.
That was a fun time. I mean, they're like around ringside while we were sitting there, the cameras in the ring, and these guys are making kids flinch and cry and all like laugh. And it was just a hilarious time to just be a WWE fan, to be quite honest with you.
I saw somebody else posted that video of Braun Breaker on Twitter of him getting a kid was talking crap to him. And finally, he comes over, waits, and then barks at him, and the kid flinches. Hilarious. That was hilarious. Such a good time, man. And it goes to show, and again, there's probably nothing like sitting ringside. There's really not. And it's so funny. I kept looking around, and there were so many people just on their phone or just kind of there. But our group around us were hyped, and we were ready. Oh,
It was
I'm having flashbacks.
it was an incredible time. I mean, I still got a couple WrestleManias that are going to get a lot more depth than that, but I mean, it like being there in this arena. The acoustics are really good inside a Ball Arena. I didn't really I've taken that for granted, but it's really good. It's nice and loud in there, and it makes you feel like a proud wrestling fan. So if any of you guys are here in Colorado Springs watching this, you definitely want to come and check out WWE inside a Ball Arena.
I mean, I know we'll be there back there next time they come. I mean, that's easy. I feel like out of all I took a lot of pictures, took a lot of videos. This one just hits me. And Carmelo put on quite a show against Bronson Reed. He showed out, and I dug it, man. I was like, wow. I knew he was good, but man, he maybe they're starting to push him to the next level. What do you think?
I sure hope so. I mean, like his matches, we'll talk and cover in just a minute, but the match against Bronson Reed, it looked like proverbial David versus Goliath. And, you think it to yourself, Carmelo's been mostly a jobber the whole entire time he's there. So maybe he's gonna lose this one, but to see him come out and win, that was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
I like the way that they kind of worked it into the story. You had Braun, you had Logan ringside, and then they had Cody show up, they had the Usos show up, and then cause a distraction, and then Cody hits Bronson Reed into the post, throws Carmelo back into the ring. 10 count, it's over. Carmelo wins. He gets the hell out of Dodge. Smart guy. He was like, I'm not hanging around. I'm gonna get back to the locker room as fast as I can. But yeah, I am a Melo fan.
I think that you should find a way to get Carmelo this picture and let him see it at least.
I did.
Did you?
I posted it on Twitter and tagged him in it. No response. So
Carmelo, that's why you're sitting the bench, homie, because you don't play with the players.
And then of course I got my man. I got a couple good shots of my man Penta.
Okay.
That was a great match between Penta and Finn Balor. Lots of fun. I felt good that Penta won. Made me feel all special. And then I cried last night. So
there's a lot of tears. A lot of tears.
Penta gonna be out for a little bit. We'll see how bad that was. Another great shot.
Oh yeah.
Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Kairi Sane. Asuka was already getting out of the ring. I've got a bunch of them. I've got pretty much 5 or 6 of these pics of Becky Lynch yelling at everybody. What was so great about this is I was taking video. I've got video of the good girls coming out, right? Rhea, Charlotte, Alexa, Io, and then I've got video of AJ Lee getting announced. And I'm sitting here focused on AJ Lee, and then they're getting attacked in the ring. That was good. That was good. They pulled a swerve on me. I was not prepared to have to move my camera to the ring so fast. Oh, no, what a great time. And then of course we had it went into night 2. I hadn't seen Charlotte wrestle because last year on Raw, she's on SmackDown primarily. I think she was still hurt when we saw her or saw Raw last year. I was impressed, man. I really enjoyed her match with Asuka. That was a heck of a match. What did you think?
Yeah, Charlotte Flair and Asuka are both incredible talents. I think that Asuka in latter years, people forget she was champion in NXT for like 900 some odd days before she came to the main roster, won the Royal Rumble, but then Charlotte dethroned her at WrestleMania back in WrestleMania 32. And that was an unfortunate thing. They should have let Asuka just run to the stars with that one. But Asuka is an incredible tag team talent and incredible individual talent. she's one of those that can do it. And Charlotte, she can do it all. I think she's a much better heel than she is a face. But at the end of the day, you know what? Having Charlotte Flair on WWE programming is not a bad thing.
I would agree with you on that, Ron. And I want to see her back in the main event scene, playing with the big girls, right? Feuding with Jade. Like, Jade needs someone to feud with. So bring her back up. What I will say is I just really like seeing her have fun. You can tell she is having fun with what she's doing right now. And there's definitely something to be said for that. I enjoy that. And then I also got a really good pic of our guy, LA Knight.
That's your picture?
Yeah.
That's a sweet pic, bro. Use your iPhone and erase that finger, and you got like some.
I did on my gallery and my phone. I removed the peace sign there. This is our Google Drive. It was easier to pull up the Google Drive on the computer. So, but yeah, I did erase that. I'm gonna post the Night 2 pictures probably tomorrow on the page.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, seeing LA Knight, and one of the coolest things was between night 1 and 2, or taping 1 and 2, however you want to say it. I had to go to the bathroom, and I knew Harmony probably had to go to the bathroom. And since it was such a long walk, I didn't really trust her going by herself. So I'm like, hey, let's go to the bathroom real quick. There was no break, because by the time we got to a certain section, they were like, stop. We stood there for 5 minutes. 5 minutes before Jey Uso comes down the stairs. But I got great video of Jey Uso coming down the stairs, so it was worth it. But I was like, guys, like, he's not coming. Like, let me go. I could have been there and back before Uso made it down the stairs. That's all.
You're like, I don't want him to slip on his way down. Will you please let me go by you, right?
But and so it was night 2 was great. There was I think maybe they filmed a couple things last night too, because I felt like there was only Charlotte and Asuka, LA Knight and Uso. Or was it? No, it was LA. It was Uso and Rusev, right? Yeah, and then LA Knight and I can't remember who. LA Knight and The Miz. And then
they have commercial time and all that sort of stuff that they'll
that's
add
right,
into
because they didn't do commercials on that second taping. They were like boom, 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 much faster than the first taping. So. Before we move on to Survivor Series, Ron, what was your biggest takeaway from the Smackdown experience?
Well, I mean, Smackdown has been pretty terrible of late. I mean, for most of 2025, it's been absolutely just dreadful to watch. And the thing that was really neat to watch about the programming is that I can see where they're building stuff in the background, and there's still a little bit of terribleness, but it wasn't as terrible. I mean, like sitting there and having the Bloodline, or excuse me, the Vision come out and do their thing. That was really cool how they did that. And I could even, like, I'm thinking about it like this. I'm thinking that they could have came out with the Vision and had Obafemi came out and be the new leader of the Vision. Him, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, that would be a believable team. Although Logan Paul is coming out and he's being good, but he's being this cowardice weird dude. He's not like being the leader. He's kind of like being like respectful to the thing or whatever. And I don't quite get that yet, but that's what's going on there. But as far as the show, the presentation, they really presented wrestling, professional wrestling. And, Ilya Dragunov, he came out, good. Great match. You had the match with Rusev, great match. I mean, even when Cody Rhodes came out and he was on fire after they cost Bronson Reed to lose the match, and he was like, You could. It felt like War Games is getting ready to happen. So they
that
did
may
all
have-
the.
That may have been one of Cody's best promos
Yeah. And
with
so
that fire
in
and anger he had.
So in that space, it was really exciting, and it came over to Raw last night. So before we get to SmackDown, let's talk about Raw a little bit. I mean, the opening introduction of having Roman come out and then be interrupted by Cody coming out to be interrupted by CM Punk coming out. That was that was one of the best interview sessions that I've seen in a long time, because you have three of the most powerful people in WWE that are baby faces that don't like each other, like leading off the show. And it just left a lot of and it brought Roman Reigns back to prominence, because till this point, Roman Reigns has been in the background and feuds with Bronson Reed and nondescript matches, what have you.
And I thought, in my mind, the way I took that opening, which I really liked, is it left it open to Roman Reigns wants the title back. Which title is he going to go for? And I immediately went, Roman's winning the Royal Rumble. Because now he gets to carry that whole thing about whose belt do you want. And he's like, I'll let you guys figure that out. He wins the Royal Rumble, and now you can carry that story forward of him picking which one he's going to go after, right? So, to me, I immediately went Roman Reigns is winning the Royal Rumble.
Or maybe he doesn't, and maybe he gets the leftovers, which is also a nice little thing. It's a nice little tease that they put in there.
It's Royal Rumble in January 31st, followed by Elimination Chamber at the end of February. So those are the two opportunities to challenge for the title. So I just feel like if Roman's back and they want Roman back, he's winning Royal Rumble and he's going after one of the titles.
So continuing on with Raw, your man Penta, he got banged up, man. What's up with that?
Well, sometimes you maybe doing a hurricanrana on the outside is not the best thing to do. And again, when you're a high flyer and you do those kind of moves, you're taking those risks, right?
Right.
So I felt awful. I thought I had a feeling Penta was going to win.
It looked like
Solo.
that for sure. Yeah.
I had a feeling because Solo's still got the MFTs and they're feuding and they got Sami Zayn, they got all that stuff. Penta making it to the next round, having another match with Gunther sounded like a good idea. And that injury kind of shut that down. So.
What about our man Brock Lesnar falling all over the place?
That was hilarious, man. That was hilarious. It's like him splitting his pants, him slipping, like he comes to do his, oh shit. As a fat guy, what I love about that is that's something that I would do. So when Brock Lesnar does something stupid like that, it makes him more human to me, and I love it.
Yeah.
So,
give him the kudos that he needs to have. I mean, like going over the matches, so we had the War Games Advantage match. What did you think about that?
That was cool. I mean, I figured that's what was going to happen. You know, Drew and Logan pulling it out against the Usos. Again, I still feel like the bad guys having the advantage is what causes that concern for the audience, right? When the bad guys are up and beating up the good guys have to overcome. And that's what we want, right? We want that story in the ring. So I like it. And I thought they did a good job of getting that done properly. So
I have a prediction. I'll save it for later though.
Okay. Whew. All right. Our guy Gunther had another fantastic match against Carmelo Hayes. Wow. and I was kind of sad Carmelo lost because I started thinking, I was like, man, Carmelo's the young guy. He's really good. He needs that. He would be helped by that rub from beating John Cena. It would help elevate his stock. So I was hoping he would win. And then, after a while, it's like, oh, they're going to have Gunther win. Like you could kind of tell, okay, they're having Gunther win. But I think Gunther still helped elevate Carmelo Hayes' stock because that was a damn good match.
Damn good match.
And Gunther does what he does, right? He helps the other guy look strong, and then he stops the momentum. The other guy powers up, gets some moves in on Gunther, and then Gunther shuts him back down. And then there's that moment that it looks like the other guy's going to win. And then Gunther kicks out, and then the next thing you know, it's over.
Yeah,
right?
he power bombs him to death, and he slaps him to death, and he's amazing.
That power bomb, I was like, oh.
Yeah,
that looked like it. That was like Carmelo going to feel that in the morning. He going to feel those chops. He sold those chops really well, which I'm sure they hurt. I don't think he had to do a lot of selling. But Carmelo, like, you could almost see because they'd zoom in on him, and he'd be like,
yeah, he had the facial expressions and everything. That was incredible. And then when Gunther had him in the sleeper holds and everything like that, like he was like trying to get out, and then he did get out, and then he did the reverse DDT.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was incredible.
So good, man, so good, and it just continues to remind me why I'm such a Gunther fan. Because he's just a monster. And he to me, he's an old school wrestler. Everything he does is like straight out of the 80s.
Yes.
And I love it. Oh.
So then we have Rey Mysterio versus JD McDonough.
I don't think JD McDonough has bad matches. I loved my daughter was calling him Lord Farquaad. And I feel so bad because I like JD. And it's wrong, but it was funny. It was funny.
He is Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, he is Lord Farquaad, and God, he is so good. He is so good. I do think he's the guy he's probably going to be a jobber. So I know I can count on him to come in and have a good match against any opponent, anytime.
He should go to the other organization because they would utilize him a lot better in bigger, because he has great mat skills, and WWE isn't necessarily the best for calling mat wrestling together,
Well, he just doesn't have that makes him special, that you're going to sell T-shirts and he doesn't have that. Now, if you're a true wrestling fan, game recognized game. And you're going to, like, when you watch him, you're like, damn, that guy is really good. But I just don't think he has the other things that make you the superstar. That's why I'm saying, he's probably a jobber. And that's okay. We need jobbers, right?
But I don't want JD to be one of them because JD's good wrestler, real good wrestler.
I know. They can't all be winners, buddy. They can't all be winners.
True story. Dominic Mysterio. What did you think about his promo?
Oh, dude, that promo was epic trolling. That was Raw is War level trolling, and we need more of that. That was the funniest thing going. The only other thing that I wish he would have done to John Cena is put him in an AA, because that would have looked really funny when you're like this, and.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio, I think he's well on his way now at 27 years of age to being a not only a top wrestler, but a top tier wrestler for years to come. He's got about 15 years in his tank. He's going to do some things for sure.
Man, he had a fantastic match this weekend in AAA as well.
Yes.
That was a great tag match with LD Vikingo and
El Grande Americano and
I'm trying to remember who was the guy that tagged with El Kingo.
We're getting old, bro.
Elva Kingo has turned heel. Oh, Dragon Lee. There's Dragon Lee. And Elva Kingo has turned heel and basically left Dragon Lee high and dry and left the ring. So fantastic. The AAA thing this weekend, pretty good stuff. But the main event was the match. That was the match to watch. So,
and Becky Lynch, what did you think of her promo?
Becky is probably the best heel going on the women's division right now because she's so funny and she makes me believe that she believes the words coming out of her mouth.
Yes.
And so when she's talking trash, I loved how everything she said in the ring still kind of put down her teammates.
Yeah, she was building herself up while she was talking about how great her team was. It was awesome.
And kind of poking them at the same time. So just fantastic, man. And I really like Becky a lot. I think she's a great wrestler. I just think, what she's doing right now, what she did for Lyra, what she did for Maxine, I think she's kind of made the women's war game match more intriguing, which we'll talk about here. And let's move over to war games. But before we do, a little show and tell. If you go to a live event, you have an opportunity, and it's kind of hard to see because it's so shiny. It's a John Cena farewell tour program. And it has tons and tons of pictures of John Cena. And it has every single title win. Has a picture of every title win.
Oh, wow.
1 through 17 with the date and the event that he won. So $25, totally worth it. I also bought an autographed Cody Rhodes poster for $25 because why not? It's $25.
Yeah, it's Cody Rhodes.
You can't beat that for $25. So, and then the last thing for show and tell, I bought my first, and this is because of my cousin, Alex. I got my first wrestling figure.
That's awesome.
I saw this at the nerd store. It was the only Jacob Fatu. I said, well, you got to come home with me. So that's a show and tell, Pinky show and tell for this week.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know what, guys and gals, it's time for Ron's rant. And I haven't ranted in a while. And you know what? For the first time in months, it's not going to be about Paul Levesque.
Oh,
yeah. So I can see that the ears are starting to listen to what the fans are saying, and I see that they're looking to work that out. But today, my rant is about people that are getting pushes that don't deserve them. And I'm going to talk about one, Sami Zayn.
Okay, so I'm listening.
So Sami Zayn is one of those wrestlers to where when I look at him, I think that I could beat Sami Zayn. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, he doesn't do anything that's special or anything like that. He has this false bravado and everything like that. And what's important about having a professional wrestler is not making them so that it's like you're trying to fit somebody in there to get the participants trophy. Sammy, if you're going to be great, you look like Mick Foley. Start falling off the damn cage and stuff like that. Start doing something that gets our interest, because the haluva kick and all these things, the greatest time that you had was at WrestleMania 37, where you and Kevin Owens, 39, where you and Kevin Owens took the tag team titles. That was an incredible thing that you did. However, when I'm watching you just in general, Sammy, you're boring. You don't really you're always I'm the victim guy and all this sort of stuff. Why is everybody doing this stuff to me and everything like that? We should have kept Karrion Kross and got rid of Sami Zayn. Ron's rant's over.
I can't even argue that point, Ron. I can't. Sami Zayn to me is a jobber. And every once in a while, give him a win or two here and there. He does do some good matches, but he's not that interesting.
Yeah.
So
Why push people down like Carmelo Hayes? He's interesting, puts on a great show and everything like that. And he's sitting and catering while Sami Zayn is taking the spotlight of what? Because he's been there 15 years?
I mean, he's built up some cachet, but yeah, I'm not a I think Sami Zayn is fine. Nothing wrong. He usually puts on good matches, but to me, there's not anything overly. One of the times Robert sat in for you, he also said it's time to move Sami Zayn out. So he would agree with you. All right, buddy. You know what time it is. War game.
It's time for war games. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right, man. So, and this is our prediction show. So I think you've got the list there. So far, we only have 4 matches, which probably makes sense because I think the men's and women's war games go for like 40 minutes apiece. So, starting off, we've got Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vaquer for the women's World Heavyweight Championship. Tell me about it.
So I actually think this is going to be a good match. I think that Nikki, the last couple times she's been in the ring, she looked a little rusty. And I think right now she's going to come out and she's going to give Stephanie a great match. And I think this is a real coronation for Stephanie because I think that she's going to beat Nikki really good in a great match. So I give it to Stephanie.
Yeah, there's no way Nikki wins this match, right?
No way.
Because I feel like Stephanie's got to carry that belt into WrestleMania
and beyond.
I feel like she's the biggest draw, so she's got to keep it. I'm going with Stephanie. I'm kind of concerned on this match, but I do think there's a lot of respect between Stephanie and Nikki. And I know Stephanie looks up to Nikki, so I know they're going to want to put on a really good match. But Nikki's matches have been kind of up and down. So I am a little worried on that. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, man, I can't wait for this. I think this might start the show. John Cena.
Oh, my goodness. That shirt, if they're going with a San Diego Padres theme shirt, that's the one I want for John Cena.
You can buy it on the shop right now.
Oh, my gosh. That is sick.
Oh, yeah. It's available on WWE Shop.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to WWE Shop right now, and I'm going to have that shirt because that shirt is sick.
Yeah, I think I am going to get the Boston one, the New York one. I'm not quite sure about the San Diego one. And then, of course, I'm buying the Washington, D.C., but I'm going to pay the extra money and buy it while I'm there. I'm wearing the D.C. shirt like the rest of the crowd. We're all wearing Cena shirts on December 13th.
Oh, my gosh. That shirt is sick. I have got to have it. That is dope.
I think I kind of like it because it's a contrast. Everything else has been a dark color, where this is white. This is one of the only ones that he's got that's actually just white with the Padre, old school Padre colors on there. So that is also one of the things I thought was sucked about. The only bad thing about SmackDown is they had 2 Denver shirts, and they weren't Jacob Fatu Denver shirts. I was really sad about that.
Right, for sure.
So, this is the match that I really struggle with what's going to come out of it. I feel like John, knowing John, will want to lose to Dom. But in my head, I just feel like his last match, losing the IC title and putting his opponent over makes more sense.
So which way are you going to go?
I am thinking that Cena wins and Dominic Mysterio gets involved. Not Dominic. I'm sorry. Rey Mysterio gets involved because it's in San Diego. Rey's not in a match. Rey's gonna be there, and helping his son lose would still be a fun thing, which I think will also lead to Rey Mysterio and Rey Fenix will tag up at the next AAA event in December against Dominic and El Grande. Because that match was already booked until Penta hurt his shoulder. The Lucha Bros were back until Penta hurt his shoulder. So
I'm going to use your same conversation that you're having right here, that Rey Mysterio is going to get involved and he's going to cost John Cena the title by accident. And that's going to stir up a feud between Rey and Dominic again going forward. So I'm picking Dominic to win the Intercontinental title back.
And I don't hate that at all. I don't hate that at all. Because I can, again, knowing John, I feel like John will want to thank you for letting me get the title, get my Grand Slam championship in there. Here, you can have it back because I'm on my way out. But part of me still feels like having that IC title, and what we think is going to happen is Gunther will be the one to have the last match. Him getting the IC title back, which you can also make the case Gunther's the greatest IC title holder of all time. And now he's got it back.
Or John Cena wins, and then they have an Intercontinental title championship match for a tournament, for the new Intercontinental tournament.
Which that's fun too, right? That's the great thing about some of these options is I think sometimes we make it too hard. Some of the writers make it too hard. This stuff's not hard. It's easy.
Yeah, it writes itself. Like at the end of the day, we sit here from time to time and we sit here and speculate, and it's just like it just makes sense. Everything that we're talking about, and they make it like.
Which we had not talked about this at all, and we both thought Rey Mysterio will get involved.
Yes.
So, let's go.
Let's go.
God, this is going to be fun. Do you think this is the lead off match, or do you think they'll start with like the women's War Games?
I think they're going to start with the women's War Games. I think that they'll go to Stephanie Vaquer, and they may go Cena, Mysterio second, and then Vaquer versus Nikki. But I would think that they would do Cena and Mysterio just before they get to the final match.
All right. So talking about the ladies, collection of fine ladies and damn good wrestlers.
I would say damn good wrestlers. I wouldn't say what you just said. I look around and I'm like, maybe Io and Asuka and Alexa.
Oh, I mean, we must have different views of ladies, Ron, because I'm not kicking any of them out of the bed. I might run from Lash Legend because she looks like she might beat my ass, but you know, I'm an equal opportunity lover from what I've been told. So
hey, get it.
So you know, you gotta keep your options open. The more fish you can go after, the better chances you have.
That's for sure.
I am super excited for this. And we have a pretty good, I mean, almost all the women in here have a pretty good resume already. The one outlier is Lash Legend. And I'm really expecting a really good showing from Lash Legend and showing her to be a very dominant force here in the future.
What I would like to see sometime is inside of War Games, like the WWE Championship on the line. Like you have two factions against each other. And so, for example, let's say that Roman Reigns was the champion when he was in the Bloodline. Then you got John Cena, CM Punk. And the responsibility is to make sure that you guys walk away with the title. And if you're the one that also pins the champ, you can become champ. So it can be like you're defending the champ and now you're trying to pin the champ. So it makes the match a little bit more chaotic and everything like that. Because right now, as it stands, what's stupid to me for War Games, stupid, is that the match starts, 2 people start, another person comes in, then another person comes in, then another person comes in, all until all 5 people come in from both teams. Well, then War Game starts. That's stupid to me, right? Let's like, okay, if I pin somebody in the middle of the thing or make them submit, they get out of the cage, and now that gives me an advantage over them.
And it's not a true like each person has to get eliminated, right? It's just the first pinfall.
The first pinfall or submission, and that's what I say is just really stupid.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do something, make it so it's a little bit chaotic, right? Like all of a sudden you get in and you're the first person against the second person, they pin them. So now they get to wait 5 minutes for the person to come into the cage. And now the person comes into the cage.
I like that because it also creates that urgency of trying to get that pin early. But then also, after all, if all 5 are in the ring, then there's that like, oh crap, so-and-so just got pinned. Now we're down 4-5. And now it creates that advantage again. And it creates that, good versus evil. And, oh, they're whooping on them. And then the good guys got to come back, all that. It's all right there in there. The other thing that kind of bothers me is just nothing at stake.
Nothing at stake. Like what's the purpose in having this match?
As soon as they get done, maybe there's a couple feuds built out of this. Maybe this is a way you can finally get Charlotte and Alexa to break up if something happens between them inside the cage. I don't know. There's a lot of different possibilities. At the end of the day, there's nothing at stake. So why are we doing it?
Right. There's nothing at stake. And it would be really nice if Io Sky turned heel and went back with Asuka and Kari. That would be a nice little thing that they could throw in there too.
Yeah, Io's way too over to do that though right now.
But that's what makes it so much better, because then they can attack AJ Lee and the whole thing. Because when a person's really over and they turn heel, that's when people really hate them.
Right.
Like, you really did me wrong. I loved you and I thought you were in it forever with us and blah, 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 blah. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for them to do some things. But at the end of the day, what I really want to see is a good match. I mean, the matches that came from AEW with their blood and guts, they went all in on that guy. And so I think that WWE is trying to get a lot of all-star effect in it, having a lot of people. I actually think that you might even see John Cena come into the War Games match too. I think that there's a lot of different things that they're going to do to try to boost up that we are the predominant faction to create best programming WWE wise and stuff like that.
Who's winning this match?
I think that the bad guys got to win this one.
I think the good guys are going to win.
All right.
I think the good girls are going to win. It just kind of feels that way. They are going to overcome. So,
okay.
And they have the advantage. So, and then we finish up with what one could argue is one of the greatest assembly of talent in a war game ever. What do you think?
With the exception of Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso has lost a lot of stock over time with regards to his character and stuff, but the Usos are still, one of the best tag teams ever inside of the professional wrestling ring. But I'm looking at the bad guy team of Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, and Logan Paul with Paul Heyman outside. Even though they have CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, that just seems like a most dominant team ever assembled for War Games. The bad guy team.
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me. I do think the one guy that Jimmy should not be in this match, and I think LA Knight should be in this match. He spent
And that's the reason why I think that John Cena is going to be the fifth guy at some point in time to replace Jimmy Uso. Something's going to happen to Jimmy, and John Cena is going to be Jimmy Uso's replacement, and then that'll make it the most incredible War Games of all time.
I don't know, man. After he has a really good match with Dom, he's going to get involved in War Games? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see that happening. After, I think he's going to have a hell of a match against Dom. He ain't coming out for War Games. Hey, I like it. I like it.
Remember when Seth got hurt at Saturday night's main event? And then you're like,
never going to live that down. Never going to live that down.
Ever. Because I called it. And for those of you that are new to our program, they call me Ron Stradamus because I've been watching this wrestling thing for 41 years. Still love it. I get pissed off about it at times because I watch the product and I realize that it's not what I grew up on and it's not really telling the best story in the world. But I see where there's potential, and this is one of those moments to where somebody's got to turn heel. So I told you I was going to tell you what my projection is. John Cena is going to be the fifth man inside of the War Games. I don't know how that's going to happen, but it is. And secondly, Cody Rhodes is going to turn heel and join the Vision and be the sixth member of the Vision coming up.
Thinking too hard, man. The bad guys are going to win. That's got to happen. I think. Yeah, the bad guy's got to win. I feel like the bad guy's got to win. I feel like Brock Lesnar's got to be good. Everything got to happen. What the heck? What is going on here?
Caleb
joins the show whenever he wants.
What's up, fellas? I had a moment. I was listening and wanted to jump on and let the people know Ron Stradamus has a bit of a knowledge that should be paid attention to.
Oh boy.
He has good
That's
ideas.
my oracle right there. Caleb, get it, baby.
Just saying, for the people, I wanted to jump on and make sure they understood there's some legitness to such statements being made.
He's got some good ideas and theories. This happens to be one of them. There's no way John
Pinky,
gets involved.
Pinky, I got to give you credit. The idea of Cena coming back out after his match with Dom to intervene in some shape, way, or form seems like the proper way for him to go out after he loses the IC title.
I just
get a
don't
beat
know.
Down on Brock on his way out or something. It feels right. It feels right.
Yeah, because Brock got the upper hand on him at WrestlePalooza. So having him to enter in the cage for
imagine this, Ron. I know you're the Domus, okay? You're the Domus, but I'm just throwing out some creative thinking, okay? Because I heard Pinky say it, and I was like, kind of on that boat here, and this was the thought. He loses the IC in epic fashion to Dom. They have a moment in the center of the ring. Respect is shown. He walks off under the sunset. Heyman and the boys look like they're going to pull off this amazing coup, if you will, and all led by one, the Beast Incarnate. And as they're about to hoist said trophy, what comes out and ruins the day? And then to epic cheers. I mean, if they finally have some storytelling capabilities going forward, now would be the time to start showing some of them chops.
Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Caleb.
Well, when I'm right and that doesn't happen, I will make sure to remind you guys I was right. Because Pinky said so.
Well, I want to tell you this, that I already got the Seth Rollins injury angle right on you. Do not let me get this one on you, because this will become the Ron Stradamus show, and forget Smack Talk and Raw, because I will not have enough Smack Talk for that. And that's the bottom line, because Ron Stradamus said so.
Oh, man.
Oh, all right. Ron, who's winning? I don't think you predicted.
So I predict the bad guys are going to think that they're going to win, but John Cena is going to come in and win. Good guys win.
Good guys win. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we got to shut it down for this week. Thank you guys so much. Caleb, thanks for joining the wrestling crew at Smackdown. It was a blast to have you and the
So
wife
much fun.
to give her her first wrestling experience. Hopefully that might lead to more in the future. Even maybe a wrestling evening where she's okay with watching wrestling.
Yeah,
Whatever
tell
we can
Kayla
do.
we said what's up, what's up. That was dope that she came. That was awesome.
Will do. Absolutely.
So, for those of you that are watching Smack Talk and Raw, we do what we do. We're fans just like you, and we just really want to express our gratitude for tuning in. Tell a friend. And if you ain't got no friends to tell, we got 2 words for you. Suck it! See you next week.
Yeah. Smack talking raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event.